Guys, Token Vaping, employed at Pacific Vapes, and as you can tell, this is part 2 of my review for Dumb Blonde Juice, and this is their apparel that is available on their website at dumbblondejuice.com. They do have these shirts in a men's, it's basically like kind of a men's cut. Um, these retail for about $20. They are 100% cotton. They are really comfortable. They have the long sleeve and a thermal. The long sleeve's 24, thermal's 28, and then they have a hoodie that's 35. Plus, they also have hats. They have this one, which is a flex fit, and a snapback if you prefer that for 22. So definitely check them out at dumbblondejuice.com. Now, as I stated, this is part 2 of a two-part video. If you have seen my first one, I did go over more of the history of the company. As I stated in that video, it is run by a husband and wife team. I have dealt mainly with the wife. Her name is Lisa. She's an amazing woman, really friendly, really easy to talk to and talk shop about vaping and things like that. So really informative, really quick to respond back to inquiries and emails and things like that. So definitely, if you have any questions about the line, something that I didn't cover, or if you're just interested in it, whether it's for a shop or for yourself, definitely reach out to her. She will respond back. She is really cool about that. Um, Real fast here, one of the reasons why I do like this company a lot and that I do fully support them is that they do donate part of their proceeds and juice um, towards the juice to donate to overseas military. And that's really, really cool. As I had stated before, you know, there are other companies that do partake in various programs and setups to help the military as well. So definitely hats off to that. Much thanks and love to all the men and women in the military, past, present, future. As an Air Force vet myself, you know, I definitely believe and strongly support in anything of that nature. Real quick, again, I just want to touch base. Like I said, I covered most of this in my first review. However, it is a 70-30 mix on their juice line. They do offer 4 nicotine levels. It's a 0, a 3, a 6, and a 12. They do offer a 15 mil for $9, a 30 mil for 17, and a 120 mil for 47. So definitely affordable. Between the nicotine sizes and the bottle sizes, the nicotine options, sorry, and the bottle sizes, there is quite a range in there to work around and figure out, you know, your palate for basically just your vaping preferences. So it's definitely affordable. It's definitely gives you enough options that you can pick and choose and figure out what works best for you to add this line to your collection. Now, in my first video, I covered 2 of the flavors. There's 5 total in this line. I did So Confused and Dumb Luck. Um, so Confused was the blueberry vanilla ice cream and waffle cone, and the Dumb Luck was strawberries with a sweet sugary finish to it. Both of those were really, really enjoyable, really good all vape choices. The 3 that I'm going to be doing for this video is they're called More Fun, Clueless, and the other one's just titled Huh? Now, they are they are a varying in flavor palettes as far as like I said, you know, the So Confused was a blueberry with ice cream and a waffle cone. The Dumb Luck was strawberry and kind of a sugary finish to it. Clueless is basically like a cinnamon. If you've ever had a cinnamon roll, basically fresh baked out of the oven, and then you drizzle the icing on it, and that melts over that. As far as for a whether you have it for breakfast, as a treat, dessert, anything like that, that's what that is. Now, I'm not a huge cinnamon fan. Anybody who watches any of my videos knows that, you know, cinnamon is not my strong suit. I do like the taste of cinnamon, but I like it as an accent in dishes. Um, as far as like apple pies, if they have a hit of cinnamon in it, that's fine. Apple cider, if you have a little bit of cinnamon or a piece of a cinnamon stick in it, that's fine. Um, but I'm not a huge cinnamon just in general. One thing that impressed me with Clueless was the fact that the cinnamon is not overpowering. A lot of cinnamon enhanced flavors or flavors that I've vaped on that have cinnamon in them, um, right off the bat, you know, off the first hit, it basically it's pretty much all cinnamon. I did not get that with this. it was a mild cinnamon flavor, but it had that sweetness to it as far as focusing on the icing as well. So you get that warm baked feel when you vape on it, which is really cool. So if you like cinnamon rolls, if you like, the Cinnabon style type dessert aspect of it, this definitely will hit home with you. Um, More Fun is one that I thought was kind of interesting. It is butterscotch. It's supposed to be more like the actual candy butterscotch, like a butterscotch candy instead of like a butterscotch syrup or butterscotch flavoring like that. It had a hint of caramel in it as well. Um, it was a little sweet for me just because I'm not much of a candy person, so I don't do a whole lot of candy just in general, whether it's for real or vaping on. But when I vaped on this, it really kind of brought back memories of when I was a kid visiting my great grandmother. She used to always have a bowl of Werther's butterscotch candies on her desk, and I never left her room without having one. At first, it started off, she made me take one, and it was just her little way of giving me something to remember her by, so to speak, as far as like just a little souvenir. And then as I got older, it basically became a habit, and every time I left her room, I would always just grab one, and then I would eat it as I was walking to the car. And now, it's just one of those I can't have that flavor without that memory being brought back into my the forefront of my head. It is a very enjoyable memory, so you know, vaping on this and having that flavor hit my palate instantly. That was basically what hit home with me. Was the memory that I got. Um, so overall, both of them definite definite flavor hits on those. Again, not full force in your face, since they are more of a candy style flavor, so it's not going to be overly sweet as far as with the butterscotch. The cinnamon isn't overpowering, so neither one of these are going to be so strong on your tongue that you're basically going to feel like, I can't vape on it. It's too much. Very very solid, full of flavor, but smooth enough to where you can enjoy it. And they, like I said, they are 70/30, and so the throat kick, I have yet to feel one. I have vaped on some that that is a 70/30 where the throat hit on it is a little strong. It's not super bad to where it burns or anything like that. But there are some juices that even are 70/30 that you do tend to feel it a little bit. I have not felt it on any of these. The final flavor I wanted to save for the review. I've had a few people come back to me on this and say they kind of like when I do this because it does enhance the showing that I actually do vape on these, during the review and everything else like that. The final one is simply just called Huh, and it is safety sealed because they are based out of California, and I know that is a set requirement from them. There are a lot of companies that are switching over to doing that just in general, as far as for safety and health reasons and things like that, just to ensure that everything is safe. But I just wanted to show that it is safety sealed. As you can see, it has not been broken. Anytime you order juice, doesn't matter who it's from. Anytime you order anything like that, even if it's not even with vaping juice, just you order anything in general, if you notice that it's been tampered with, if a seal is busted, if it's torn, if it's ripped, if it looks like the bottle is leaking, do not vape it. Just for health safety reasons, just don't vape it. Contact the company, email them, and just let them know what happened. They have records, they have recordings of transactions and things like that. So I mean, they will do their best to compensate and make sure that you get what you paid for. But don't ever feel like you're in the wrong for doing it. Let the companies know, because obviously something got messed up, so they need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Like all their bottles, as you can tell, this is their logo. It does have the retro pinup style, like you see on the old aviation planes, things like that, and has their label there. It has the flavor line here with the size of the bottle. And then I believe, yep, the nicotine level is here with the ingredients on this side and the warning label on that side. Child safety child safety cap, clear glass bottle, and you can see the eyedropper in there. So this one here I saved purposely for this video because the flavor profile on it is supposed to be basically kind of like Skittles. Now, the main reason why I saved this one particularly is being in Washington. You know, the Seahawks is the home team here, and one of the things that it's associated with them is Skittles. So I figured it would just make more sense to basically do this flavor specifically for the video. Now, as I stated, I'm not a huge candy person, but I have had Skittles before, so I will. I mean, you know, it's either gonna have the taste of it or it's not. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open for the first time, right here on camera. Yep, definitely smells like Skittles. Real quick, and I am vaping it on my Skelly as always with my Flawless. And as always, I just have to say real quick, for my cotton, it is Texas Tough from USA_Vape Mama. It is not a pansy-ass cotton ball. It does last up to 3 times longer, and it holds a high heat resistance, so it definitely works really well. It is a solid wicking cotton, so if you have a chance, definitely check her out as well. So here I'm going to go ahead, and you can see by the drips, it is a 70-30, but just letting gravity take the drip falls, I mean, it is pretty solid. So let me go ahead and drop this. And real fast, while I'm doing this and getting this set up, I just want to make note that while the label and the logo state Dumb Blonde, it's meant in fun. It's not meant to be anything derogatory. It's not meant to be a bash on blondes or the jokey thing of blondes are dumb or dumb blondes or anything like that. It's meant in pure fun. It's meant to be light. It's meant to be amusing. I know that not just with this company. I know that there are other companies out there that have certain labels or names or pictures that people tend to take a little personal or tend to take a little far with the meaning of it. You know, it just life in general, the same as the vaping community. I mean, it's meant to just be enjoyable. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to just be, you know, just another option. It's not meant in any way, shape, or form anything serious. So please, by any means, do not take it personally. Do not take it as a stab. Do not take it as a poking fun at anybody like that. I mean, yes, it does say that, but I mean, honestly, the pinup style of this, the way the logo is, the brightness of it, the colorfulness of it, I mean, it's just meant to be an enjoyable, just a cute, fun art style. Back in the day, you know, on the old warplanes when they put the pinups on their planes, you know, they did it because it gave them a sense of remembrance for home. You know, it gave them a little piece of home to take with them so that they felt a little more comfortable going to war and they weren't so, you know, caught up in fight, die, and anything else like that. So, I mean, if anything, it's actually, it's more of a retro respect type thing than it is anything else. So, you know, again, it's just meant for enjoyment. Just enjoy the flavors of it more so than what the logo looks like. Now, with that said, this is, like I said, it's supposed to be a Skittles style flavor. So I'm going to vape this. And as always, it is on 60 watts with fresh batteries. And I will let you know. Wow. If you ever open a bag of Skittles and take 5 or 6 of them, stick them in your hand, pop them in your mouth, and eat them all at once, that's pretty much exactly what I just got out of that. Yep. Definitely kind of a fruity in a candy flavor, not an actual fruit, but I won't say that you can taste every specific taste the rainbow, so to speak. But if you've ever just taken a handful of them, popped them in your mouth, and just chewed them all at once, that sugary sweetness of flavor that hits you, that's exactly what you're going to get out of this. And as you can see, it's not a really darkly colored fluid. So, like the rest of them, these all vape really, really clean, with the exception of Clueless, which has the cinnamon. I've noticed anything with cinnamon or caramel, something like that, the liquid is going to be a little bit darker. But again, it hasn't gum up my coils or my cotton or anything like that. Now, on the because it is a lighter flavor, so to speak, um, and as you can see there, it is a lot clearer and cleaner looking. Very slight, and I mean very slight. I get a throat kick out of it. Now, it's that's probably going to be 1 out of 5. So I would be remiss if I didn't comment on it, but in no way, shape, or form is it uncomfortable. It's not scratchy. It's not harsh. Like I said, I don't get it on the initial vaping. I don't really get it on the tasting of it. It's more on the exhale after you go through the whole process that you kind of feel it right here. But like I said, it is very, very, very slight. So if that's the harshest it's going to get, trust me, there really isn't an issue or a problem because I did not feel it in any of the other four. Yep. Definitely what it's supposed to taste like. And again, very, very slight just on the tail end of the exhale. That's the only thing I could say about that. Overall, it is a very, very good line. It has a nice little mix to it. You know, you have more of the candy with the and the more fun. You have the dessert style with um, the so confused with the blueberry ice cream and the waffle cone, and the clueless with the cinnamon roll style. And then you have the dumb luck, which is kind of in between. You know, it has the strawberries, but it also has a little sugary kick to it as well. So it's kind of a mix of the two. If you're a big dessert fan, you know, the custard and the cake and pies and things like that, this may be a little more than what you're prepared for, because this has more leaning more towards the sugary confection type flavors. But if you like, something a little different other than custard and yogurt and cream and things like that, and you want something that has a little more candy just for fun, this will definitely be right up your alley. Overall, very, very solid line. All the flavors are on point. The flavors are definitely lasting through the vape. They don't cut out on you at any time. You're not vaping on nothing and then wondering where all the flavor went to. Like I said, the only flavor I felt the throat kick on was the and it was very, very slight. The rest of them were all very smooth, very good vapes. As far as for an all day vape, I could probably do the dumb luck or the so confused, just because that's more my preference. As far as for flavors, and like I've stated before, this is just entirely my opinion. Please do not take this as I'm trying to tell you for sure what this is. I'm just trying to let people know of other juice lines out there that they may not have heard of or had a chance to try. So overall, Dumb Blonde Juice, very, very solid line. It's definitely something that everybody should at least try. A shop should try selling it just to see. They may have customers that have, oh, hey, you know what? I really like that. Never heard of it before. Why not give it a shot? So, definitely hit up Dumb Blonde Juice. Like I said, you can reach out to Lisa and her husband on their website, which is dumbblondejuice.com. You can email them at dumbblondejuice@gmail.com. They're on Instagram. Definitely reach out to them. Definitely look into trying them out, or letting your shop know to reach out to them, try to get some samples out and everything else. I mean, she's very all about the vaping community, so it's definitely a win-win for everybody. Again, Lisa, Dumb Blonde Juice, thank you guys so much. This was a true, true honor. I am so honored and privileged to have been able to do this for you guys. And definitely check out the apparel, shirts, hats, long sleeve shirt, hoodies. You can't go wrong. It's overall, everything about it is just a really good line. Again, guys, I'm Token Vaping. hit me up here on YouTube, tokenvaping@gmail.com, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. Any questions, any concerns, any comments, anything you guys want to know about the vaping community, if I can help better it for you and better enhance your experience with it, I absolutely will do everything I can. Until next time, guys, vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.